Originally written in the 1960s, Emmanuelle follows a married woman between her lustful desires of her husband and her lovers. There is trigger warnings of drug usage with opium. Within the first 20 pages, we are introduced to the Mile High Club 3 times, and Emmanuelle's curious desire of the female flight attendants. I will admit that this also uses language that is now considered LGBTQIA+ slurs. This story plays with the idea of voyeurism and bisexuality. There seems to be a running theme for forbidden books. The authors all believe you can shove something into the womb, manhood deep enough to attack the womb, or fingers massaging the womb. I mean, I may not be a doctor, but math ain't math in here. Though it is interesting to see virgin means something else. In this, the female MC is described as a virgin, though she's married and of course has been in sexual embraces. It is also interesting to note the female MC is in her 20s, though they consider her getting old and tired, because 25 is the new 60. It is also interesting to note that even though children are mentioned throughout this story, all characters seem to be set against pedophilia. Though, unfortunately, due to the openness of the characters, it does play into the stereotype of male lovers liking young boys. A male character openly admits they prefer a boy between 11 to 16 years old. Though we do not see or read any child and adult interactions in that sense. This story plays with Eros, the god of erotic, as the book puts it, exploring the idea of semi-consensual sexual acts and how even though there's a handbook to sex, it's more about the act of exploring and how it relates to the beauty of art, rather than following the so-called set rules. By the last 200 pages, the story starts to play with faith and how it's ruined sex due to the act of nature becoming more controlled rather than explored. How the Middle Ages tried to shape what love truly meant as opposed to what it should have stood for. At length, the story goes to show that eroticism and love may be similar, but they were both birthed, then ultimately altered differently as time took control. Once you get to the last 150 or so pages, it starts to switch the narrative. For a majority of the book, it's about sex, lust, and erotica. Then it turns into discovering opium and its usages in the middle of nowhere country. Though once you get to the last 10 pages, it switches back to what the story wanted to be.